So yeah, so jumping into our next talk, Matt's going to join us back and joined by a co-host, Sarah from Protocol Labs as well. And this is a really exciting talk. It's going to be talking about now what is the early progress of people building on top of the FVM. So we're going to be joined by Lamont, by Ren, by Karen, by Nandit, and by Ilya, who are going to be in a panel, so a really big panel, hosted by Sarah and Matt from Veal about kind of the current state of building on the FVM. And I will let them take it away. I just want to make sure everybody's onboarded here. It's enough people that it's off my screen. There we go. It looks like Sarah and Matt are both here, so I'll let you guys take the lead.
Thank you, Jacob. Yeah, once again, really nice to be here again with the ETH Global community. My name is Sarah. Nice to meet you. If we haven't met before in the ecosystem somewhere, I am a developer advocate with the FVM team. I also run the Early Builders program for FVM, and so that means like we have a whole host of people that came on when we had plans, but things kept evolving and things are still evolving, but they were brave enough to join into the program and build and hack and fix together with us. And it started back in September, and now we are about 5 months ahead now. They've had a lot of maturity in their project, and so we wanted to feature some of these early builders today to kind of showcase what they've built so far, what their journey looks like, and so that could be you in a few months to come. So really looking forward to that. Before we get to introduce our panelists, Matt, do you just want to kind of say hi and say a few words?
I will do. I don't need to say much. I don't think I was just on the last talk already talking quite a bit. But so on the last talk, JB and I talked about the kind of things you can build on the FVM, and I guess we're getting a lot more concrete now and talking to people who are building on the FVM already, early in their progress. But we get to hear from them as to how they're actually getting on. So yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so we'll do introductions. We kind of want to hear from all these early builders, and please introduce yourself and give us like an overview of what your project is about. Maybe we can start with Lamont.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Can you hear me okay?
Sound great.
Perfect. Yeah, so I am actually one of the developers. Jackrabbit Finance is actually a decentralized exchange that will be launching on the FVM. So we're running quite a few different features, but one of the main ones is we plan on having a bond marketplace utilizing on-chain storage bonds and tokenized debt in the more high-level sense. And we're, for the most part, our project is is moving along, pretty well. I guess we'll go more into that a little bit later on, but yeah, so, we'll have a number of different features coming onto the FVM very soon. And we started in the ETH Global Hackathon as well. That was just a couple of months ago.
Yeah, I remember that. And then you joined the program and I was like so excited. Yeah, there are a few of you here as well that have come from the hackathon. So the ETH Global community is a really great community to work together with. I totally forgot to also share all the logos of all the teams. So I'm going to share that up right now. I didn't want to do it while you were talking halfway, Lamont. This is so that everyone can kind of see all the different teams, and make sure you look out for all these exciting teams and their logos, and you'll know when you see it, and definitely check them out along the way. So we'll move on to the next introduction. Karen, do you want to share and kind of say hi?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Karen. I'm the product lead of Standout. So we also started at the Hacker FM hackathon in mid-November, and then we joined the FVM Early Builders program. So Standout is a data DAO that allows consumers to monetize their credit card transaction data. So there are three main problems that we're trying to tackle with our product. So the first one is all the centralized entities, corporate entities, are extracting all the value from monetizing credit card transaction data, which is a data market that's valued at more than $100 billion right now. And then the second one is that there is a lack of ownership and governance for consumers to over their personal credit card transaction data. So the product that we're building is trying to address the need for formulating a positive sum network for consumers and end users to coordinate and pull their data together. Excited to be here.
Thank you, Karen. Okay, Ilya, do you want to go next?
Yep, I'm always ready. So I have this amazing T-shirt here. It's actually the T-shirt from the first FVM hack that was happening like a couple of months ago. So we are super excited to participate this time with a stable testnet. Thanks to the guys, thanks to the team. I'm super excited, super thrilled. So we are building market.xyz. It's the platform for metaverse builders where creators can perpetually store, sell, buy, and gift any kind of 3D models and metaverse spaces. And we really see Filecoin as the essential foundation of the interoperable metaverse. And we see the metaverse as actually as the new 3D internet, like the new interface to access the World Wide Web for the new generations. So we are super excited to build on FVM because we have we have invented an absolutely unique feature. We call it EFT, encrypted file token. So we have modified an ERC-721 in NFT, and we have attached like a Filecoin storage to it. So we have invented an NFTs with hidden content. And for now, we have been researching pretty deep, and for now it is only possible on FVM together with Filecoin. And we are super excited to be a part of this amazing community. And we really believe that the Filecoin team has a unique concept and unique vision since 5 years already. We can see that, but we also see that the community and the team is somehow different from many other projects, and we are super happy to be part of it.
Awesome. Yes. Always feeling your super strong energy, Ilya. Love having you in the community as well. All right, Nandit, do you want to go next?
Yeah, sure. So, hey everyone, I'm Nandit, and at Lighthouse, we are building perpetual storage on Filecoin that allows you the ability to pay once and store your files forever. And again, talking to a lot of developers, we realized that building on storage systems can be done better. Perpetual storage is the key component that we have built. And around that, we also have our encryption SDK that can be used to store private data, build token-gated applications, and also our gateways that can even be used to stream 4K videos. So, but yeah, overall, quite excited to be in this panel, and I've been in the Filecoin ecosystem from last 2 years. So great to see that now we are finally coming up with FVM.
Yeah, Lighthouse has been carrying the perpetual storage, area for FEVM. We definitely look forward to more perp storage use cases coming up. But yeah, thank you so much for all the contributions from Lighthouse. It's been amazing.
By the way, we have integrated Lighthouse storage, and it's super highly recommended for everyone, guys. Lighthouse storage is super cool and can save you a lot of time.
Yeah, I've actually included, so yeah, really awesome to see projects adopting across the early builders cohort. We've also included that resource within the cheat sheet. So if you want to check out Lighthouse, it's in there as well. And yeah, if more teams come on with different SDKs that can be used, this is what we'll be featuring within our community as well. And then last but not least, Ning, do you want to go?
Yeah, so my name is Ning. I'm the founder of Project Shield. So Project Shield is about building the distributed compute over Filecoin. So it's a marketplace on FVM and also the local protocols. So it enables let users to be able to spend the cryptocurrencies and the rental computing instance from storage providers, and to access their saved data locally, via the high-speed local network. So then people can run some computation against the large amount of the data already in the Filecoin network. And for example, the first use case will be the trained deep learning models. So we already know there are already the pre-trained models either in the hidden tree or in the network. So people can rent a computing instance and download these pre-trained models and just to use their own data to fine-tune it model and see the results. So yeah, it is still very early, and just stay tuned.
Thank you so much, Ning. Okay, cool. So Project Shell is also one of the first projects that have come out of the cohort to focus on decentralized compute. I know there are a few teams that are working on it. Project Shell has a demo already running today. I think what we can do is we have a huge community on Slack, the Filecoin Slack. So if you want to get in touch with these teams or check out their demo, we will see you on our Phil Builders channel in the Filecoin Slack. A lot of conversation goes on there as well. Cool. So we'll get into some questions about your journey building out your projects. From all of you, this is open to anyone to kind of share what they think. And as well as Matt, like if you want to come in as well with some insights, because you've also watched this cohort. Like we've both been watching this cohort grow over time. So the first question that I'll put out there is, why did you choose to build on FEVM? That anyone can go.
All right, I'm going to be the first one as always. I just cannot hold myself, guys. I'm sorry. So for us, like our goal was that we were trying to attach this hidden content to the NFT, and at one point we have realized that thanks to the FVM, this is like the only network right now where we can build this in a truly decentralized way. Right now, our alpha version is running on Polygon together with Filecoin, but there is also like a part of our centralized backend, which like is playing some kind of an oracle, helping to transfer like the encryption keys to the new owner, to decrypt the hidden content. And as soon as actors going to be live on FVM, we're going to put it, because we have it on Rust, we're going to put it just on the one of the smart actors of FVM. Actors, that's the name for Rust smart contracts on FVM. So as soon as we're going to make it this, like this, our invention is going to become like a completely decentralized standard. And we are also planning on making a Filecoin improvement proposal, community proposal. So we really see like there is like somehow there is not enough of talking about that we need for the Web3, like for the new society, for the justice in the new society, for the new internet, for the new Web3, we need a decentralized storage as a foundation. So Filecoin is playing the role of HTTP in the Web3, and yeah, I think we all got to spread the word more about that because it's amazing and cool.
Yeah, and to basically piggyback off of what Ilya was saying, a lot of pretty much my team's interest was very much exploratory. We were very familiar with Filecoin before, have interacted either with data providers, and some of us actually for the most part built products with Filecoin, other dApps before, and just the idea of being able to build smart contracts that you can build on top of and use with the Filecoin network was it's kind of mind blowing for us. So and just go specifically with our own project, a lot of it is kind of exploring what different DeFi use cases now that we could really have for this. We're researching derivatives and futures right now, on-chain storage. And so, it's for the most part, we've interacted with Filecoin quite a bit, before, but given the overall structure, it was kind of a no-brainer for us in terms of the Filecoin network and the chance to actually build something, put smart contracts on it. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Like actually this is also the first time that we're hearing from our early builders on why they chose FVM. So this is also heartwarming to hear for us. It's like a compliment session. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, really appreciate all the input there. Maybe I have like one more person share and then we'll move on to the next question. If anyone wants to go.
I can make 2 things. So so thank you again, Sarah, for providing the resources and the wonderful SDK tools, so it may make it easy to build like a smart contract on FVM. So the project Shield, so the project like Shield is actually unique to Filecoin, so it's just highly associated to the data, and so with the FVM, it just enables the use case or the capability that in the smart contract, we can just access the miners, like the data, like the metadata, and verify with like which data set a miner has or not easily. Just expose the ground truth to the like the UI. So it's very wonderful. Thank you.
Actually, I just quickly one last idea. I saw one research a couple of days ago where one guy was putting according to his vision, the blockchains that have brought the most value to the existing market, and Filecoin was the first one was Bitcoin, then Ethereum, then the Filecoin, because all other ones they're pretty much are the copycats, and we are Filecoin team is delivering the real value to the existing market, so it's amazing.
Yeah, thanks so much, Ilya, and thanks Ning for sharing that as well. Yeah, I mean we look forward to more people building. Like our ecosystem for Filecoin is huge. And we also see people building up different options. So yeah, fully encouraging that. Matt.
So yeah, I mean this is great to hear why you started building on part of the early builders program, why you started building on Filecoin FVM. But how was the developer experience? How has it been so far? The good, the bad, the ugly. We got all the praise just now. You can be honest with us. How are things going so far? Maybe Karen, do you want to kind of share how it's been?
Sorry, I'm mute. Okay. So I can share more about, because my domain expertise is more in development of consumer facing applications in the Web3 space. So for building consumer apps, there's an analogy that you are basically putting together the legal pieces from all various different solution protocols, SDKs in the space, right? You put together a coherent solution that works for end users. So I think the main challenge for early builders in the building on FM or FVM is that because it's still early, the lots of existing solutions that are compatible with other EVM chains are not supported on FM yet. I think this is the main challenge. So I think this is something that lots of hackers experienced in the previous hackathon in November, and lots of people are facing in the Foundry cohort. But I'm very confident that as this ecosystem grows and that we onboard a lot more developers to the FVM ecosystem, definitely the support for those SDK solutions will be expanded.
Yeah, I think that's a good point, and partly the things have been just developing so fast, and that's what we're hoping to be a lot better kind of going forward with this hackathon, especially with the new hyperspace work. But even with that, even up until yesterday, we're still kind of patching, issues, last minute things that have been found. And it's great that we've been able to iterate so fast. And it's great to have the early builders program who've kind of stuck with us through all of this stuff. So it's great. And like you say, hopefully going forward, this should all be a lot easier for people. Nandit, how was your experience? You've been, I think, a lot more on the nuts and bolts of things when you've been building Lighthouse. How have you found the experience so far building on FVM?
Yeah, I think the good part obviously is it's EVM compatible, so we need not learn a new language. Solidity can be used here, and the tools that we use on other systems like Harded, Remix, etc., they work here as well. And if people want to go into smart contract auditing work, the tools that can be used to audit your code, that can be used here as well. So I think that's pretty good part. Yeah, I think one bad part is the test network getting reset. So we're always okay. But now I think this hyperspace test network which is coming up is now more stable one, more than the previous wannabe. But if overall I think being EVM compatible, most of the tools are already available in a way. But still, now we are now figuring out what core things we can do with the Filecoin.Sol library. That's not possible on other EVM based chains. So that is one of our focus in the team right now.
Yeah, thanks so much for sharing that. And How about Ning, Ilya, Lamont also checking in? Like, I think all of you came from different areas. Like, I know at different points in time in meeting the teams. Some of you have come from, I think I've seen you at conferences, and then slowly we started building together, and then some of you have come from hackathons. What has your experience been?
I can go and say for the most part, my experience is, and for other members of my team, it's actually been relatively, I don't want to use the term easy, but it's been relatively seamless. There we go. Yeah, I mean, for the most part, in terms of resources, that have been available to us, we've been able to, pretty much go ahead and utilize those resources. The FEVM is EVM compatible, so quite a few of us were, already Solidity developers, and for the most part, just kind of moving over, it wasn't that much of a problem for us.
Yeah, I think was that we chose to be EVM compatible. I think that made a huge difference. Sorry, Ilya, go ahead.
Yeah, I think that's just what you said, Sarah. That's super important that you guys have chosen the first launch FEVM. That's super important because the Solidity community is huge, and our whole background also comes from Solidity. So, as Karen said, it's going step by step. So some stuff is still missing, but we can see the whole thing is moving quickly in the right direction, and we have also great support from the Filecoin team itself. So we have no troubles, but of course we want more. But yeah, that's
no trouble, really. Okay, because I remember all of that conversation. Yeah, no, but I hear you on that.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting point there about kind of with the Ethereum side. I mean, that was actually a change that was made. Originally, it was going to be the native actors, the Rust and WebAssembly and all that lot that was going to be developed first, and then there was a change to move towards doing the Ethereum virtual machine ahead of time as the first priority for exactly the reasons you mentioned, that people could move over, they could port stuff over. Some people have mentioned, yourself already, that you're already running like part of it on, say, Polygon or, another EVM blockchain, and then moving over as need be. So that's been, I think that's helped people get up to speed a lot faster, which has been great. So, anyone else want to contribute about how it was?
Actually, so to me, the experience is very good. It's also a +1 on the FEVM. They're EVM compatible. So at this point, we can just let our smart contract in Solidity, and use just the traditional Solidity developing tools like Hardhat, and the process is very smooth to me so far. Yeah. So waiting for the minor API, the actor SDK to come out. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And I think one important thing to note as well is that, the FVM is meant to be VM agnostic. It is right now I'm building for Ethereum compatibility, but if we get it right and we do it in the right way, it's not meant to be specific to Ethereum only. We also want to be able to open up to other VMs. But I mean, of course, we love our Ethereum community and we'll keep supporting and maintaining that along the way. But yeah, definitely more compatibility to come and more foreign runtimes to support. Okay, so we'll go into the last part of our panel. I think this portion is we have 2 questions here. This piece is around how you would advise all these other super excited hackers. We have a huge amount of registration that the numbers are still going up as of now. So a lot of people will be new. A lot of people, some people are experienced as well. What is one really useful resource that you used in building FEVM, or whether it was understanding FEVM or building it? What was one really useful resource?
The cheat sheet is the best one. That's this doc where everything is use this one. I think it's yours, right? It's your work, Sarah, right?
Yeah. So I just compiled it yesterday, I think. But yeah.
Oh, it's awesome. I just checked it out. It's amazing, really. That's the one and only you need, guys.
Thank you. But yeah, anyone else aside from the cheat sheet?
I would actually say that you guys are the FVM team have actually been a spectacular resource for us. being a part of the early builders program, just interacting with you, not just on Slack, but, Discord and even having some Telegram groups. It's been huge because for the most part, the team's very responsive, and that really kind of helps us because as much there are there is documentation out there, but unfortunately there's not that much. And so having a responsive dev team out there that we can go to on a number of different chats, it's really great.
That means so much, not just to me, but I'm sure to our whole team. Matt has felt it, and we're just two of like 20 plus people that have, and partners that have been working nonstop and trying our best to respond to things. Like we understand things are building really quickly. It's not particularly easy piece to understand just off the cuff because it keeps changing daily and weekly. So yes, thank you so much for saying that. Glad to know that it's helped.
Yeah, it certainly means a lot for, like as Sarah said, there's a big team behind this that has made this possible, and the engineering team have just been moving so fast on building stuff. As DevRels, Sarah, Zach, and myself have been trying to keep up, and there's just new features coming the whole time, right? We got to demo something, and it's like, oh, there's something new cool that's coming in. I remember we turned up in Lisbon, and literally, MetaMask integration happened like the day before we landed in Lisbon, and we were demoing it. So it's amazing, and the fact that the engineering team are there and accessible. We do all the work out in the open, right? Well, the majority of it you can see on Slack. So it's great.
We have a great community that just is open to trying. So I would say also for hackers out there, like this is just me putting in my 2 cents or like advice is you'll try things out, it might break. If you see a bug, like we're super responsive, put it in the Discord, put it on the Slack, we'll get to it ASAP. So yeah, thank you for trying things out with us. But yeah, sorry, Karen, you were about to say something. Oh, you're on mute, I think.
Yeah. No, I was just going to make a suggestion for all the hackers. So, we talk about like a meta night or briefly talk about the challenges of building on FVM. I think what challenges create opportunities for hackers, right? So if there's something that you see it's not available, not supported on FVM yet, build it and make it available to the community, and that will be highly valuable and appreciated.
Quote of 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for instance, like multi-sig Genesis multi-sig is now available, not supported on FM yet. Yeah. So build one. Yeah, that would be great.
And that's been great. We've seen so many of the community building tooling around as well to help, everything from the block explorers to little tools and bits to like demos and readmes and some fantastic blog posts and Twitter threads that have all come from the community, and sometimes it's like the first time we see about them is when they get published. It's like, oh wow, that's awesome. So it's great to see the community helping each other out. And I've already seen in the Discord, people from the community helping each other out with information about Filecoin. So that's really cool.
Yeah. So I know we're almost at time. I do want to do a quick exercise, just in case, if you're watching, it's been a lot of information to absorb. We hope you watch back or you've enjoyed it. What is one word that everyone can kind of take away from each of you, that, for advice for doing great in this 30-day hackathon?
I have one quick message. Can I also add something?
Yeah.
I just really want to use this opportunity because the second round of impact evaluator is coming. So the Corey is going to be talking about this after us. And I wanted to ask everyone to vote for our project, mark3d.xyz, because it's so hard to promote it somehow. And we have this voting system where we are voting for each other. So yeah, I'm just using this chance, guys. So please vote for us.
Okay.
And May the 4th. Yeah, on the hackathon.
Okay. In that spirit, I will let everyone also just say their team project name one more time in case you want to also promote your team to be voted on. So yeah, one word advice for hackers, and then your team name just to close off.
Yeah, I think my advice for the hackers would be on, just have fun and build something that you can show to people. Just not stay at the local host, make it live, and just have fun, like build with other developers, and keep continuing what you build. even after the hackathon as well. And use Lighthouse SDK. Don't miss that.
Yeah, if I was to make a suggestion for everybody at the hackathon, I would say just think outside the box, be creative, and there's a lot of other use cases, not just for the FVM, but blockchain technology as a whole. And you never know, your idea might be that one. You may end up hitting lightning. So, right there, be creative.
Word. Ning, anything?
Yeah. So my word would be, so one word to summarize the experience would be engage. So I feel so, though we just working remotely, everywhere in the world, but I feel like a startup experience, like especially in this like channel, I could just stay tuned, stay connected. Yeah. Very good.
Aw. Okay. Yeah. Okay, great. Thank you everyone for sharing. Super appreciate all of you. Again, that was Ning from Project Shell, Lamont from Jackrabbit Finance, Ilya from Mark 3D, Nandit from Lighthouse, and Karen from Spendao. Definitely check out all these projects. They have built a substantial amount of progress so far, and they'll keep building through this hack as well. Really quickly, I will share just one last resource that you can check out if you want to see, not just these teams, but what everybody else has been building. Whoops. Sorry. I just want to share, do I have it? Oh, no, I don't have it, but I will share it in the cheat sheet. You will have a link that you can go look at all the other early builders and what they're building, because we have a total of 116 projects as of today, and more being added. This cohort runs for every single milestone, so we will graduate this cohort at the mainnet launch in early March, and then for our next milestone, we're likely going to have another cohort. So if you want to have a similar experience to what all these people are building on, definitely look out for that. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you so much to everybody on that panel. I know there's a lot of people there, but thank you especially to Sarah and Matt for co-hosting that panel, and of course all the early builders. Just to double click on, I think the obvious from that panel, but a lot of the people who were on that panel were people who were in the shoes of the viewers who are joining the hackathon that's kicking off today, just a couple months ago. So I think the Protocol Labs team in particular, if you didn't hear it from the builders already, really have turned it into an art form of being able to support builders and projects coming out of hackathons. So really, just wanted to stress that there's a lot of support, both at the event over the next couple of weeks and beyond. I think, using this opportunity to your best abilities, and possibly you'll be on stage here at HackFest later this year. So just wanted to double click on that. So thank you again to all of our builders and to Sarah and Matt from the team.